So I'm Jonathan Lawson. I have 5 children, and I've been a dad for 11 years.
I'm Blair Mutimer. I have 3 children. I have been a dad for 6 years.
Al Kitchen, 2 children, boy and a girl, and I've been a dad for 42 and a half years.
Austin Jackson, 1 child, and been a dad for 9 months. I'd say the thing that my dad instilled in me in high school is that you basically have one shot at your reputation, and that you can't, your integrity is worth everything.
Maybe a corollary is that there were consequences for bad decisions, and there were consequences for good decisions. So make sure that you were truthful and you made good decisions. Your kids will tell on you too, to your spouse. So be prepared for that. Yours probably ain't quite there yet.
I haven't experienced it yet, so I know that right now.
Make sure, each of them get the right attention they need.
My oldest is 11, he'll be 12. He's turning into a little bit of a man-child, always changing. It's great, but it's, it's scary. You don't want to, he'll never be the little kid again, and you miss that. But you look back finally on those years when they're toddlers and babies, and you realize that they're not there anymore. They've moved on beyond that. So
Hardest thing was disciplining my children, because you don't really want to do it, but it's part of the requirement. From a grandparent standpoint, I would say what I have to do is bite my tongue and wait for someone, unless it's obviously somebody's in danger, you do something. Wait until my daughter or my son asks me to help. For my daughter, obviously, I was walking her down the aisle. We were outside. She was cool as a cucumber. I was hyperventilating. My son, I think when his son was born, we were at the hospital together. We got a picture of 4 generations. My father was there, myself and my son and my first grandsons. And actually did it again for my son.
I'm Blair number 4. My first son is Blair number 5. And I think 3 days after he was born, we went to my grandparents' house. It was right before my grandfather got sick and kind of took a turn. But we were able to get one picture with 4 generations of Blairs that were all there. And we were able to get that picture kind of commissioned into a painting that's hanging up in my grandmother's living room right now.
2 things that stand out. I think holding each child when they first, is just, you're seeing a piece of you and a piece of your wife, and you can have an idea of what the future will be. And I think probably the second part is they just came up to you and they just identified you as the person that they truly love. And they just come up and say, "Dad, I love you." But there wasn't any prompting. I wasn't trying to bribe them with candy or cake or anything, but you could just see that it was just, they really meant it. So
At that point, all those things you thought about before, my life's not going to change. At that point, it becomes real that your life just changed.
What caught me by surprise as an emotional moment was really the baptism. Seeing the water on his head come down. I don't know, just in that moment, it really hit me that this is bigger than me, and that he's being committed to the church, that he's a child of God.
I would say enjoy your fathers. If you don't have a relationship with them, go back and create it. I hope that they live a long time. The only other thing is stay in Scripture, be involved. It's hard work, as you said. And it's exciting at first, but it becomes routine. But they are watching, and just be consistent in the things you say and do. And if you do something wrong, you can go to them and say, "Opa," which is what they call me, "Dad, I screwed up." If you do that, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And get with other dads, because they all have a trick, or at least have experienced things you may not have. So anyway, That's it for the wisdom. But